Hi, my name is Cindy Boyd. This is my store on Zazzle. I have several of them. I'm going to demonstrate how to do a template buffet to create a number of products at once with the same image. At the end of this, I will show you how to create an actual template item, but for now we're running through how to run the template buffet. The first thing I'm doing is creating a category for the new items. They don't post right away, but they need a category to go to when you're entering the product information. Now all of my create template items are located in one of my store's categories, so I have to switch to that store when I'm creating, but I can tell it as I save the products to put it in another store, so you can have all your templates in one store and put them in another store once you create the product. Now here's the first run. Now I have glanced at a few of them that I didn't think looked very good, so I'm highlighting them to delete. Now I have my templates separated into vertically oriented images and horizontally oriented images. You can have up to 100 items in each template buffet. So you can do 100 different products. Zazzle has far over 100 products, so you'll want to break them up into that many. And then you simply enter in the product information. I tend to write the first description and then just copy and paste it to all the other template runs. It usually takes a couple of days for a template run to post. They'll send you an email to your whatever Zazzle email address it is once they post. And if there's a problem with any of the batches, it just doesn't post everything that was in that batch of template. Like, for example, for my horizontal or for my vertical images that I'm doing now, I have five or six folders full of different product templates. And if there was a problem with one of them, they would not put up that entire batch. But most of the time there's no problems. Problems would be you forgot to label something that was critical for a posting, or for some reason the product description contained information that might have tagged a flag on some kind of copyright issue. Usually that's the case. They don't have a visual copyright problem solving unit. They have whether or not you're tagging things. And like, if you have a picture of a car and you actually type the make and model of the car in your product description, that'll get flagged. You should probably, take out the make and model information in your image anyhow, but that's the way that sort of works. It's nothing to get too excited over. I think in my total Zazzle history, I've probably had 5 or 10 template batches come back. Most of the time they go through. And once they post, they all post to, I used to post them in one big incoming category and then just sort them by product types, but that got too time consuming, so I broke it up into several stores where I'm doing all arrange by design image. I've got quite a big store. Zazzle has a product limit number to be displayed per tax ID holder artist. So I think their limit is 100,000 products, and then they start turning products off based on a handy little program that they implement on their site so they don't get flooded. I mean, the beautiful thing about Zazzle is you don't have to be juried to upload to it. There's nobody telling you your work is or is not good enough. Anybody can join Zazzle and anybody can upload to it, but they need to have certain things in place to keep their site from being flooded with basically with garbage, you know. So only a percentage of my products show up, and it took me a while to figure out what was going on. I spoke to Zazzle about it, and then I looked it up and stuff too, and I was like, oh, okay, that all makes sense now. And actually my sales never went down after that turned up. I thought maybe they did, but actually it stayed roughly the same if I gave it a few months over time. Here I just run through all the different, I have 5 or 6 different vertically oriented templates, and you can see the wide variety of products that Zazzle has that I can just go to my images, add the image, and it populates the field. Now the field of the product is labeled a URL parameter. When you make your design templates, what you want to do is name the same URL parameter for all of them. Like the default is image 1, so I just always leave it at image 1, and I know if I have to add a second image to the thing, because you can have an image that isn't repopulated on top of that. So like say you want a background image and then this image, one of the images replaced on one side or something, then that's image 2, and you just leave that as image 2. But the one that you want to replace in all your templates, you change the URL parameter to your template buffet's URL parameter, which in most cases is image 1. And you can set all of your template buffet categories to hidden, so they don't have to be public. You know, I set mine to public because I have the Zazzle API on my Expressive Flower website on the downloads page. So if people buy one of my digital image downloads, they can try running it through a template buffet themselves. So it pops up a window where they can replace the image and do it themselves and see if they want to create something. But you can leave your template categories hidden if you want to on your Zazzle site. You just tag it, label it with the rating, click your rates away. No, it's not clicking your rates away, it's clicking that you're aware of, right? And then yeah, they encourage you by putting that little do it again sign right at the end of it, so you just keep going, I guess. As soon as you finish one, up comes the button, do it again, no! And then yeah, there's probably You know, every time I make a new piece of artwork, I like to run it through a template on Zazzle and get the new products out and just let their handy choose by what they do when they choose by what's available. If you reach their product limit, is they go by a few things. They go by date created, number of views in the past 15 months or something like that, and whether or not it's sold. And through some kind of a logarithm with that, they determine what gets displayed. I'm not always happy with what's chosen to be displayed, which is why I import so many of them to my Shopify store. With permission, of course. I don't know if they need to grant you permission or if it's just standard that that's what print-on-demand companies do, but I called every one of my print-on-demand companies before I started importing ones that did not have Shopify integration and asked if I could do that, and they said, oh yes. Yes, you can most definitely try to sell your products with the help of our website. Just don't ask us how to do that. But yes you can. so it's kind of a little bit wild west, but not too bad. And here I have because it's a vertical template, I didn't do the fit or fill on mine because my image sizes vary wildly. So when it comes up on some of the narrower or different size vertical images, it overlaps on some of the products, such as water bottles, where I had the images lined up right next to each other. In a lot of the products that do that, I ended up putting a space between them so it wouldn't do that when I populated it with a new image. But I need to go back and redo the water bottles at some point. And you just scroll down through your stores category there and find the one that you just made for the new product. Enter your tags. I think Zazzle requires 3 or 4, at least one tag. Zazzle requires at least one tag for you to post a product. Make sure you're not a robot. And now I'm going to show you how to create one of the template items. I'm going to do one of their new products, the guitar cases and removable covers. And we're going to do it for a horizontally oriented template buffet. Now first you'll see this is how a vertical image looks when you first set it on there. Now since I'm doing a horizontal one, it's going to follow the turns that I use once I place the image on there for the horizontal. Once I find a horizontal image here. Like when it repopulates the next field. And see, this one is square. That still won't do it. That won't be helpful for horizontal images. Down here, there's one. Okay, now if I click the rotate, every time it puts a horizontal image in this template, for some reason, it will actually perform the rotates that I performed to get the image on there. It will make it in that final spot. And then you click on more options. This is in the new Zazzle stuff they redid a couple years ago. This got different. And there's your URL parameter. I'm leaving it as image 1 because that's what the rest of my horizontal images say. Now I'm going to check the layers, make sure there's no other places to put images on this product. It's just that one. You can find that in the layers. Looks good. Done. And now you click sell it. And we'll enter in the product information differently a little bit. and we will, because we don't have to sell it as a descriptive product, entering create in place of description, so I can tell in my products that it's a template. And you can also change, you can actually lock out options from users' customization or customers' customization if you want to. But now I have all of them in the one store, Blooming Vine Design. So I'm going to find that category that has all the templates listed in them for horizontal. That's my newest one, and that's where it's going to go. So that's simple. And you can click on your product before it posts and take a look there. You just finished it. You can see the personalized, this template is available, so you got it right, and you had it made into a template. And then you can check and see the products area. It's already in your products area. When they post one at a time, they post within a couple hours usually, sometimes even less. But the template buffets take a couple days sometimes. Now here's an example of what you can do, what it means by having a template individually if you're not playing with a buffet. You can't really edit the products once you make them design-wise. You can edit the product information and stuff, but you can what you can do is customize them and repost them as a new product if you need to go back and edit, and then you can either delete the other one or whatever. Now here, personalize this template. Here I'm going to customize my own product. You can customize it, but I wanted to just change the template and see what it would look like with some of the other images. Now that was a horizontally oriented image, and I'm replacing it with a vertical one, so it did crop it quite a bit. That's kind of like that. The blanket, I wound up having horizontal image trimmed anyhow. That's not it. And then I just continue and here we have an image that I like. As a horizontal, but I still want to change it out, so I'm going to change it out again and repost it. You can rewatch this video and look at where the tabs are and stuff, but this is giving you the basics on how you can create a lot of products very fast with Zazzle without having to sit there and design each one of them, because they have so many available, and it helps to get a lot of the same looking products in groups together for your store's advertising and stuff. All right. Thank you.